Welcome, 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 and thank you for joining WeServe Cares Program. We are back with another workshop. This time we're talking about readiness development. WeServe Cares Program provides support through development, workshops that can help boost confidence, increase competence, and expand connections. Our focus areas are financial literacy, readiness development, and employment readiness. Today's session is Goal Setting, presented by myself, Deanne Graham, of Will and Way Community Enrichment Corporation. So let's go ahead and jump right on in. Again, this one is talking about personal goal settings. And if you haven't considered, we are getting close. We're just about in this final quarter of the year. It's a good time to start preparing for the following year. So meet myself, your facilitator. I'm Deanne Graham again, most known as Coach D. I'm your personal growth coach. I'm determined to inspire, born to lead, and compelled to empower. My meaningful mission is to help individuals get past their past and live a purposeful life. I am the co-founder of Will and Way Community Enrichment Corporation, along with my husband, Renix Graham, and I'm well-versed in a nonprofit sector and serve on a board of directors for WeServe Community Development Corporation. Let's talk about the overview of this specific series. This personal development workshop was created to help boost confidence, increase competence, and expand connections by simply asking questions. We will use and discuss tools and techniques to enhance the perspective of one's existence and encourage individuals to see life challenges as puzzles and not problems. These workshops will dive deep into self-worth and value, personal goal setting, health and wellness, and the overall goal is to develop and maintain your inner strengths, leaving you to hug yourself with a big, beautiful smile. So goals, let's talk about them. Set them, be them. We'll talk about that in a moment too, and reach them. That is the purpose. We want to create them. We want to embody them so that way we can reach them. The key to success is to focus on your goals and not the obstacles, because obstacles will come. But if we stay focused on our goals, you will get there. Let's talk about 5 advantages to goal setting. Number 1, you will understand who you are. This is so true. Your goals are a representation of you. If you have been searching for a purpose in your life and you're not really sure what your direction is, then sitting down and writing down some goals will help you get to that place. It will become clear pretty quickly what most important things are in your life for you specifically. This helps you get around the unknowns about yourself. Sitting down, taking some time for yourself, it'll help you understand who you are and also create a plan for your future. They map out your path. Imagine taking off on a road trip without a destination in mind, which can seem fun in the beginning and spontaneous. However, you'll know you'll get to your destination by having a place. Otherwise, you're just continuing to get gas, enjoying the scenery, and you could just drive to, they would say, Timbuktu, and never reach a destination. You're just going and going. You have to have a goal. You need a destination. So it is with the driving and your map. So it is with your life. The thrill of spontaneity might be a wonderful thing with trips with friends, but it's not going to work so well if you're wandering through life without a destination in mind. Number 3, decision making becomes easier. What does what you are doing now align with your goals? If not, then you got to stop doing it. Does what you're spending your time on help you to reach your goal? If not, then you must stop doing it. We can just continue this cycle all day, but just keep in mind, when you have a goal, you can continually check in with yourself and reassure yourself, is this helping me get to my end goal? If it's not, that's your help. That's your easy decision maker. Sometimes it doesn't need to be a long, drawn out thought process and talk to 2 and 3 and 4 different people and all of this stuff. Does it align with your goals or not? It's simple, making your decision making easier. Number 4, goals help keep you active. It's easy to fall into the trap of wasting your time with distractions, our phones, right? Tablets, being outside. but it's incredibly hard to get anything meaningful out of life when you're distracted all the time. A major benefit of having real goals written out for yourself is to give you a reason to push to become better. I love how it talks about written out because sometimes we say, oh, I got it in my head. I got it in my head. But we really have to take the time to sit down and visibly see it on paper. And as you write, your brain reads to you. You're writing and reading at the same time. You're manifesting, you're speaking it as you're writing it. And so having that time, removing the distractions, putting the tablet down, putting the iPad down, the phone, social media, all of the things to focus and create a plan that's going to help keep you on track. And number five, we become more creative. Habits are a wonderful thing if we have built good habits for ourselves, but they can be tremendously difficult to overcome if they're standing in the way of your progress. And your progress is to help you get to your purpose. So, one of the great things about having goals is that they will force you to become creative, to break bad habits so that way you can accomplish the goals that you have set for yourself. This is so true in regards to habits. We all have a routine, right? In the morning, we have a habit of having coffee before going to work or playing music, when we work out. There's certain habits and things, but you want to be more creative when you have your goal in mind. How can I do this and do it successfully? So I love that it talks about creating, being more creative when you have a goal and a plan in mind. So let's talk about SMART goals. Have you ever heard of SMART goals? SMART goals is the pathway to success. So being an extraordinary goal creator is essential for you. People say, well, I could create a plan, but your plan means nothing if you don't make it pop, right? So it says being an extraordinary goal creator is essential for you. However, a lack of execution leaves you stagnant and destitute. They talk about it, you kind of giggle about the girls made it out, the group chat, the girls trip, right? We could talk about planning and going on a vacation or doing something, but every day, every week, somebody's dropping off or an off. And then this is why you got to make these goals within yourself. They're not predicated on someone else. It's personal, right? So creating a goal is just step one. But taking action to execute your goal is where it's at. So let's talk about SMART goals acronym. And we're going to use lose weight for an example. So be specific. State exactly what you want to accomplish. I want to lose weight. Okay, but how much weight do you want to lose? Right? So you got to be very specific. I want to lose 10 pounds. And then it says measurable. Use small mini goals to measure your progress. So am I trying to lose 10 pounds in a day? Not going to happen, right? You want to measure yourself so that way there's small little mini goals to help you get to the ultimate goal. So break it down. Make it achievable. That's the A. Make your goal reasonable. As I just mentioned, you can't lose 10 pounds in a day. However, if we do make a plan for our daily or our weekly goal of losing the weight to get us to our 10 pounds, we likely will be successful. Making it realistic is the R. Set a goal that is relevant to your life. There's so many benefits of weight loss. There's clarity, there's clear skin, there is weight management. We'll talk about this, all of the other benefits of weight loss in a moment, but make it realistic. Whatever goal you're setting for yourself, today we're talking about losing weight, but whatever your specific goal, is it relevant to your life? Is it going to get you ahead? Is it going to make you successful? Is it going to make you more productive? Okay, and then timely. Give yourself a timeline, but set a deadline. So at the beginning, we talked about it being specific. We want to lose 10 pounds, but at the end, timely, how long are you going to give yourself to lose 10 pounds? Okay, let's say we're going to lose 10 pounds in a month. And going back to the M, use smaller mini goals to measure your progress. There's 4 weeks within a month. And if we lose 2.5 pounds a week, by the end of the 4 weeks, that'll be a total of 10 pounds, which makes it achievable. Do you see where I'm going here? So all of these things work together for your ultimate goal. This is why we love the SMART acronym. It will help you get to your plan, and don't kill you on the way. All right, let's move on to the goal cycle. Be, do, have. I love this. I can go all day on this, and I'm gonna be I'm gonna stick to the plan, okay? But be, who am I and what is important to me? Look, we're still talking about weight loss. So if I want to lose weight, I gotta be health conscious with intentionality. Okay. Who am I? What is important to me? That's what I gotta be. That's a choice that I'm gonna make. Do, what are the actions? I have to eat healthier, get moving, drink water daily, and prepare meals ahead of time so we could be successful. I'm huge on this. It just last night we with 7:15 after a long day of work, and we're like, well, what are we gonna have for dinner? Wait, who's gonna cook today? No plans. You got to set yourself up for success. When I'm more successful, when I create a plan for myself that will help me to stay on track and execute my goal, my plan that's going to get me to my ultimate goal. So you got to prepare for yourself, okay? Doing it ahead of time so that way you can be successful. And then have, what are the benefits when we become health conscious with intentionality, when we eat healthier, get moving, drink water daily, and prepare meals ahead of time to be successful, we can have the resultant outcome, which is longer life, lower blood pressure, reduced heart attack, longer stamina, fit clothes better, and have a higher self confidence. So the choices that we make creates an impact that we have, and then it requires us to reevaluate the choices that we made. When you do your reevaluation, which is the blue arrow in the bottom left, think about the choice that I made. Did I receive what I thought that I would receive out of this? And if you did not, let's reevaluate. What am I going to do different? Was I stagnant on my plans and my actions? Did I really execute at the level that I know I'm capable of? Because sometimes we do the minimal and we know that we're capable of more and we cheat ourselves. But in this be, do, have goal cycle, you can't cheat yourself because the goal is to get to the finish line of your goal. So don't cheat yourself, okay? This one, again, is just talking about health conscious, but whatever that personal goal is for you, keep this in mind. Let's talk more about the theory of the be, do, and the have. So in theory, we think of arrow down. When I have, I will do things different, and then I will become who I want to be. That's a stagnation mindset. In order for me to, you know, be this particular person, I have to drive this particular car. And once I drive that particular car, I will do this particular thing. And we think that all of this, we go into have, be, and do. And it should be the opposite way. It should be going upwards. Who must I be? Who must I become? I love saying this. Michelle Obama has the book called Becoming. It's an action word, it's ongoing. Who must I become? What must I do so that way I can have and accomplish and execute, those goals that I've set for myself. So instead of us starting on the bottom sector with the gray, let's start from the bottom up instead from the top down. Who must I become? What actions must I do? And risk must I take so that way I can have the things that I want in life? Okay. So, quick recap. That came really quick, right? Let's talk about the B. B, do, have. Aim, which is define and create your preferred way of being, which is in alignment with your goals. Remember, these all work together. They all come together, but it starts with your becoming. So you got to define and create your preferred way of being. What is it that you're looking to do to accomplish? And make sure that that's in alignment with your ultimate goal. Shoot, that's your do. Your way of being will propel you into the appropriate action, the do, the action. What am I going to do to get to where I want to go? We kind of talked about being in a car and driving, right, with no aim and no goal. We're just driving, right? I have to actually put into my GPS or pull out my my map, my atlas, old school, and create the path or the plan of the direction that I want to go. It's just not going to happen by osmosis. It's not going to fall out the sky and do it itself. You have to take the action for yourself to get to your end goal so that way you can have the things that you like to have. The result of your action will enable you to reach your goal. So sometimes we should consider reverse engineering, writing down our goal. What actions do I have to do to reach that goal? And then who do I have to become to take those actions? Okay, reverse engineering is starting from the end and going backwards so that way you can have a very, very clear plan when you aim, shoot, and target. Okay, just remember the key to success. It includes all of these things: hard work, persistence, late nights, rejections is a part of it, sacrifices for sure. You got to be disciplined. It's not going to work if you're not disciplined. Okay. Criticism that comes with life, doubts within ourselves, failures, which I like to call as lessons, and risk, because you got to jump, you got to take the risk to get to the success. So we only see the top of the water, but we never see the things that happen at the bottom unless if you know, you know, right? If you've been there, if you made it to the top of success in one particular area of your life, you know what it took. You know the sacrifices that you made to get there. So just keep in mind that the key to success, we said this in the beginning, is to focus on our goals, not our obstacles. Let's not magnify our challenges. Let's persevere through them so that way we can become the person that we need to be in order to reach the goal that we're seeking to reach. Okay. So this is where we will have questions. If you had questions in regards or you want something breaking down even a little more, if you wanted to reverse engineer your own personal goal, you're welcome to reach out to us. Stay connected. You can email me directly at d.graham@willingwaycec.org or our general contact at willingwaycec.org. If you want to enroll in our future classes, check out willingwaycec.org as well as WeServeVA.org, and you can reach our care team for any other assistance and support with at cares at WeServeVA.org. So let's keep in touch. I would love to connect with you and help you get to that ultimate goal. Now, next week, we have our final class of our um, fall winter segment. And our final class is stewardship readiness. It's life and legacy preparations. Personal experience from me after losing my brother, who did not have a plan, a legacy plan for his family, for his children, for us to assist him in his passing. It's so important to have these things ready. It's as even your phone, getting access to your deceased loved one's phone to take care of business and things. Those things, they got to be prepared in advance. So I'm going over those things so that way the challenges that we talked about, right? Focus on the goal, not the obstacles. I want to share all the obstacles that I went through when someone is not prepared, so that way you yourself can prepare for your future, for your children, for your family, so that way things can be seamless when that time of life comes, because it will. So let's not be lackadaisy about preparing for our next, okay? So stewardship readiness will be our next one. Life and legacy preparations. Class taught by myself. I would love to see you there. It's going to be next Saturday, October 18th on the same bat time and the same bat channel. Thank you so much for joining today. This is all that we have. I hope that you learned something with goal setting, and I look to see you the next time.